It was good, gangs. Your boy Illuminati 15, and you have just tuned in to DPG Gaming. You know the fucking vibes. Today's topic: Hogwarts Legacy, and today I'm being joined by some very close friends of mine that share my passion for the Wizarding World, the one and only Bro Tachi, and my sister Miss XmissmarieX, also known as Saida. So, guys, introduce yourselves. Tell me what it is that you love about the Wizarding World. Go.
Ladies first.
Hi, everybody. I'm Saida, Roberto's sister. Me personally, I just love the whole magic concept of it, the whole world, and how it just mixes with normal and magic and fighting and it's the whole storyline. It really is just amazing. It's like the best escape that you can have from reality.
All right, so Saida, what house do you represent?
I mean, obviously.
The flexing is
I don't think I
real.
can make it any more obvious. Obviously, Ravenclaw, that is my house, officially.
Okay. So what's up with you, Bro Tachi?
Well, hello guys, hello viewers, everybody out there. Welcome. Thank you, Illuminati, for this opportunity to talk about this Harry Potter stuff. I am the Brotachi. Yes, you catch me at Brotachi underscore 22. And as you can see, Illuminati, I represent the green, the supreme, the sa. That's Slytherin, guys. Yes, I am Slytherin. Whether I liked it or not, I was born into it. It's my birthright. It's in my blood. I bleed green, so that is my house. I start that off with, and I say that to say this. I guess that's what kind of drawn me into loving into the Harry like growing into the Harry Potter world. Not only is it dope to build magic and the world J.K. Rowling built for us, and just getting our minds at such a young age to being able to experience magic and mixed with school, because we all was definitely probably in school when it first started. So to have that experience, was just amazing to me. I fell in love with the dark side of it. I know Harry Potter's the hero, and it's Harry all day. But a guy like me, like a little darkness. I like side stories. I like substance. So I fell in love with Voldemort. I love Snape. Shout out to Snape, RP, the actor, everything I love about it. So it kind of just built with me. I love the Green Ranger, and so even though my favorite color is blue, I bleed green. So short and steady, I just fell in love with the mystery, the dark, the lore of Harry Potter, and my house is yes, Slytherin.
All right, so you guys already know me. It's your boy Illuminati 15. I am jacking the OG, the everything, Gryffindor day, baby. You know the fucking vibes. But my first exposure and what made me fall in love with the Harry Potter franchise in the Wizarding World was definitely the books. I've read all the books. I do believe that there is a character for everyone in the Wizarding World. The character building was super elite when it came down to this. This is something that I've been following for most of my life. I believe I was first exposed to Harry Potter when I was 10 years old. And ever since then it's been Gryffindor all day. Harry Potter, my boy, my boy Ron, Hermione, Snape, you know, having to go through the loss of the original Dumbledore, and now like I express my love for this world in multiple ways, which is collectibles, Funkos, um, and just ornaments is just a natural passion. And this is why we're here. I do believe that Hogwarts Legacy is, for in fact, an experience that all fans of the Wizarding World have been waiting for 15 years. Something that, to a certain point, for us gamers and Harry Potter fans, thought that it was something that could be like almost impossible to get correct. And with this company that's been helping build this world and making it possible for us to experience it at home, it's something elite, something that we've been waiting for a long time. So, we know I'm a gamer. Greg Brotachi is a gamer. My sister isn't much of a gamer, and this is why I wanted her to be part of the panel because she has a. Just because she isn't a gamer doesn't mean that she doesn't have the curiosity or wouldn't have the curiosity as a Wizarding World fan to want to take place in experiencing this game. So, Taira, as a non-gamer, somebody that doesn't really game on that level, would you be open to dipping and dabbing and experimenting with this project that's soon reaching us on March 7th? I mean on February 7th.
Honestly, like as Brotachi a few days ago, I was like, do I need to buy an Xbox?
Clearly.
Because I just have my
Yeah.
Switch, and I have one, but it's just there for whenever I feel like playing it. But I was like, do I? Do I? Maybe, maybe.
Hey, it's something that kind of triggers the curiosity, if you might say. So I do feel like you just brought up a very important point, which is like this experience, maybe for the maybe for the older, mature fans of this demographic, might expose them to a chance to jumping into the gaming world and finding the big community that is the Wizarding World of Hogwarts and Harry Potter. Now, as a gamer, bro, Tachi, what is something that you are super hype or looking forward to in experiencing this game?
Well. Well, like you said, Illuminati, it was a long time coming. Not only as a Harry Potter fan, but as a gamer. As Miss Marie, ex Marie said, Saida, um, she is my lady. So she definitely expressed, "Hey, do I need to get a Xbox?" And what I do love about the game is that it's such a big game waiting for it. It's gonna be on all systems. Just that you do have a Switch, and so it'll be there in late July. So
Okay.
even if she wants to get experience on her own self console, being the Switch, it will be available to her later on. So, but then
It's a
with that
long time
saying,
though.
yeah, but it's also like that thing. I get excited because now she does have a game that could, besides like Sims and games like that, because girls definitely play games. We all know that.
Yeah.
But now she finally had the interest of getting a next gen. So I am an owner of all three systems. So I'm getting my copy if it matters. Shout out. I am an Xbox fan. I am a game lover, but I will be experiencing my experience on a P5 because I just want to experience the full exclusive of everything. And
Yes.
my old journeys of playing the old Harry Potter games, um, were for PlayStation 2. So
Okay.
I'll keep the condition, I'll keep the tradition like that. And with that, it'll get her experience to play the new Xbox, the new gen, so she can continue with me and we can have our own experience with the game. And with that being said, that goes into my gaming. The way I am as a gamer, I love RPGs. Everybody know me. If you follow me on my stream, I'm like fighting games, RPG, world breaking events, and to put my Harry Potter world and my video game world together to this extent, I say, because we definitely had Harry Potter games. It's freaking crazy. To the gods of Skyrim, as y'all know, my all time favorite game, the perfect 10 out of 10 game, still running to today. It just gives me so much hope to know that I can go anywhere I want. The things I imagine myself and playing around in my house with my wands, as you can see. Yes, I can actually, yes, she actually be on wands for sure. We can actually take the spells that we actually love and probably act out and say and when we visit Disney World and actually bring it to life through gaming, through experiencing it with combos and the mechanics are so smooth. Um, I'm excited for, I guess, to sum it all up. I'm excited for the difficulty. I can't wait to see as a gamer with me in RPG, how it's gonna allow me to shuffle all the different spells, my quest to go get the spells, and my adventure through it. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Putting me, Bro Tachi, in the actual game, um, and just become become a wizard, a more all powerful wizard, man. Like I am. Slytherin for life.
And so personally, for me, the one thing that I'm actually looking forward to is just exploring the wizarding world. I do remember that the last attempt at an open world concept for Harry Potter, I believe, was on the P2 and GameCube, which kind of gave the Harry Potter Wizarding World kind of like a Mario 64 look to it. So I'm actually really excited to see the Wizarding World with the graphics and gaining access to the graphic technology that's out right now within gaming, which is at its best in its prime as we speak. Um, I am very excited to dib and dab as my own wizard. This is something that we've been asking for almost 2 decades now. You know, we've been wanting to implement ourselves as individuals into this world. You know, and the closest thing we've had to that, which I know you guys experience the Wizarding World at Universal Studios and stuff like that. But this lets us literally create a character, literally upload and download ourselves as individuals and play as the wizards that we've always wanted to be as kids. So that's the number one thing that's like really, really catching my attention. Now, to the subject of matter, I have been doing my research on the game, and sadly, playing Quidditch would not be a feature in this title. Which is, I know, for now, because we are looking at it from a point of view that if this goes right within the gaming community, that they might want to invest and open the world even more. So we don't have Quidditch at the moment. There is no multiplayer aspect or online aspect to the game. But I do believe that with enough support from the wizarding community and of the gaming community as well, that the funds and inspiration will come through to make this game even bigger and better in the future.
Yeah.
Now, Saida and Greg, as non-gamer and gamer, and you guys also being a couple, do you feel like this could open an experience if multiplayer comes into play for you guys to bond as a couple, as intimate loved ones, and as wizards?
That would be dope. Like to really be able to interact with people that you know,
Word.
not just like because I know. I mean, I don't know a lot about games. Obviously, we made it clear I'm not a gamer, but I know you guys. You have your games, and you know you live these lives in these games, and you go on your missions, and it's like basically real life. But if I can get on the game with you or with Robert, and we can meet each other, or I'll meet you at, I'll meet you in this hallway. I'll meet you in the courtyard. Right. That'd be dope.
Nah.
Like people that you actually know, like, yo, sign in at 5. Got you. We got that mission.
Which, by Saida, you stating that it's something that is really big within the RPG and MMO community. You know, giving that type of aspect to the game, like in a game like Diablo, where loot is pretty big. And from what I've been seeing on YouTube and the reviews of the game, loot does play a big part within the wizarding world of Hogwarts Legacy. They do express that they do push for people to craft things like spells that might help you within the wizarding world to defend yourself, to attack, to boost your skills as a wizard. So I feel like within the future, if this game receives enough support from the wizarding community and gaming community, there can be the investment made to make an online aspect to this game, or make organizations like the Order of the Phoenix.
Well, I'll respond to that. I felt like that is more like not, well, less wishful thinking than anything. I think that actually is what is working for it. Me, when I first found out that it was no Quidditch or online, I was kind of okay with it because for the time that it took for it to come out, I know how deep this game could get. So the development should be, I don't want to say linear, but I wanted them to focus more of us diving into the world first, rather than putting all that stuff and making it a less efficient game. Because in this world of age, DLC exists and definitely could be added on. What gives me hope is that they do have the feature of the dark brotherhood, whatever feature where you can has like arena. So that to me gives me hope for multiplayer. I do feel like this is a game for multiplayer, and experience in whole. Cause I think that's what I love more is that she could finally get on, if she could finally get on a game, come into my world and be in my world. And now she knows why I be on the game for like 4 hours and she'd be like, hey, what you doing? So,
Yeah.
so that's something that I definitely will love. So yeah, multiplayer come into the game is definitely, I feel, a must, and I do see it coming in not, if it's not near future, sooner or later, because that's just what games like this starts. I'm like not starts, but what it's made for. All the exploring, like I'm looking forward to the crafting part, like you said, the looting and everything, exploring the world, getting different like materials and ingredients to make different spells, potions. That's what I'm looking most forward to also. What's up, chat? How you doing, man? Thanks for sticking with us.
We just
See
had a
you in the
small
trouble
technical
this year.
difficulty. That's all.
Somebody try to hack our wizard and stuff, so we fight him back with spells, guys.
All right, so the next subject I wanted to speak on, right? Before I get into the main subject that I wanted to speak on originally for the game, because there is a lot of controversy around this game. But as a gamer and non-gamer, right? How do you guys feel about the concept of murder being able to take place within the Hogwarts Legacy game with the three unforgivable curses?
Well, I'm sorry, man. I'll go first. I'll speak first because I'm a
Yeah.
Slytherin. You know how we do. You know how we do. We Slytherin all day. I'm okay with it. Um, I I know you're enlightening me more on the information that was going on at hand. But from what I understand, whatever J.K. Rowling puts in her thing, and if y'all wanna, I know it's not an actual official Harry Potter game. It's based off the concept of her story of Harry Potter and Hogwarts. If they implement it into the game based off her dream, her wishes, her concept,
Okay.
nobody should mess. Nobody should mess with that. Again, we are adults, and it's just a video game. Video games just to me, not if I'm right, it's kind of like another way of a freedom of expressing yourselves. So the thing people put in games is their art. So I mean, if you don't mess with it, you don't mess with it. But to try to take something down in total from somebody's art based off another piece of art, I think it's not cool. And David is a made up spell. Bah! Harry Potter got his fame for being the kid who survived.
Facts.
So we can't
Very
take
true.
yeah, we can't take pride on him surviving the death spell, but not take pride in the death spell of itself. That's the power that it had to make Harry Potter who he was.
I don't mean to cut you
Straight up
off, but
serious.
Choco's going crazy in the comments. He said,
Yeah,
"Yay,
it's
magical
my boy.
blickies, Slytherin's
He's
running
a
down."
he's an honorary
Oh my
Slytherin.
god! No, but what I do feel like
What house is he? Do we know?
Slytherin. Slytherin for life.
Of
Yeah,
course. Of
for
course.
life.
so it's just like I feel like from what I've been seeing online, people think that that might be a feature that might be highly abused,
Yeah,
or but it's just like I feel like at this moment is an argument that can be presented because the game at this point in time doesn't have an online presence of dealing with other people. I do understand that Harry Potter being for everyone, if they do implement this into the game, it might have to be probably rated mature or probably teen due to that certain concept of being able to murder and kill with the unforgivable curses. But like you said before, this is something that's already been part of the concept. It's something that's been exposed even in the movie. So why not put it in the game?
true. Like
Exactly.
I feel like if it's something that deep, we have restriction on games, PG-13, rated like R, it's restrictions, rated M. So you can take it to that level, but nah, I feel like from the kids, not to speak on people's kids, but from the kids that get into Harry Potter and from any age to the adults, the world that they're in is an understanding of what the dark magic is versus the good magic. It's just like it's like light and day. It's like saying I love Voldemort and I love Dumbledore. You have to take both at hand. So to try to separate it or make other light of it, I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. And Davigadaabra all day, green light, Slytherin, dodge it. If you can't, smoke. Sorry, serious.
What about you, son? How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? Y'all know me. One, it's a game, y'all.
Talked about it, babe.
It's a game. I understand what what you're saying and all that, but it's a game. It's not always that deep, guys. Okay, not everything is that deep. It is a game. Harry Potter is a made-up story. You know, not to like sound like an asshole, but we all know this is not real. We all know
True.
it's a story. We enjoy it. We enjoy the storyline. We enjoy the characters. We enjoy everything about it. We all know the difference between Harry Potter and reality. Yes, it is. It does get a little violent sometimes. People die. It's all right.
So does Tom and Jerry.
Exactly.
All right. So
Yeah,
do you feel
I'm not
like
gonna lie.
just the time that we're in right now might just be a little too hypersensitive? Cause I did make a I
Absolutely.
made a TikTok.
It's not that deep.
I made a
It's a game.
TikTok and it was somebody that commented on my TikTok with me expressing myself about the game, and they said that supposedly um like they were trying to compare Death Eaters and the whole concept behind Harry Potter, like behind World War II, Nazis, and Voldemort being the magical
Again,
Hitler.
it's not that deep. You have to learn, like Brotachi said, we are all adults now. We're either 25 to 30 or 30 to 35 and up. Okay? We're all adults. It's called compartmentalizing. This is our hobbies and what we enjoy from our childhood and our nostalgia. And then this is our real life. It doesn't always have to cross and do all of that. No, this is
So
just, it's a game.
would it be safe to say that you feel like it might be a bit unfair that people that are kind of like aiming at the game to get it shut down for like
No,
Yes,
people like us?
absolutely.
no.
Absolutely.
No, well, that's why we had two different things. I like it. You go
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
babe.
I think it is unfair because like I said, it's two different things. This is something that we enjoy. This is a hobby for most of us. Our nostalgia from our childhood, from reading the books, from watching the movies, from playing, older games like you guys were talking about on the P2 and stuff. If you want to use, Harry Potter as a reference to things that are happening on our real world, it's a reference. It's not that. You can't say that, the Nazis are Death Eaters. I'm pretty sure when J.K. Rowling was sitting here with her little pen, she was like, I'm thinking about the Nazis. I'm going to call them Death Eaters. No, she
Talk
was
about
not.
it, babe.
She was
Talk
not.
about it.
She was just, she had an idea and she ran with it. People want to use her ideas to reference. That's two different things, guys. Like, stop trying to ruin things.
Yes, that's right.
Life is hard. Life is
Yeah, cause
hard. Being grown up is whack.
it
All
kind of
right.
caught me off guard. There was like
Let me just have these little things to,
they
let
hit
me
me
have
on
fun. Life is
TikTok with the
hard.
well, you must love Nazis if you don't have a problem with Voldemort killing other wizards.
Oh,
I was like,
God.
oh my god, the guilt trip
That
is real.
That got nothing to do with crazy. I mean, it don't make sense to me because you got Marvel who's running a whole like Captain America beat up all the Nazis and nobody said nothing. Red Skull had Nazi, but nobody cared. There's no bulletin about anything like that. Um, the reason why I say that it is granted, I mean, people is entitled to their opinion. Um, when you're at the top, you need haters. So that means it's real. So yes, they are entitled to say whatever they want and to feel what they feel because it's all different perspective. It can't. They're not wrong. So, but the point is, when it comes to the masses, and what is it and what it is, don't mess with Harry Potter. Like it's what Saida said to the T. Um, when you start making reference to the real world with video games and like cartoons and everything, it defeats the whole purpose of it. With Harry Potter and stuff is made to relieve us from the real world. All the things that happen in the real world is what these shows and movies and video games are for. Mangas, books, novels, that's poems. That's what they all
Right.
for. To give us a little piece of not of reality, because sometimes reality is tough. So for wizards like us, give us a little time we can to
Exactly.
when Guardian Leviosa or like we said, Nebuchadnezzar, like let us do what we do for the little time or the little fairy tale fantasy that we have before we have to come back to reality and go to work and pay bills and stuff. So
And so
yeah, she
that
said
being
it
spoken
perfectly
on,
well.
I want to get to the main subject. But before that, I'm going to switch over to the intermission screen and show you guys a small clip of what the 3 forbidden curses look like in gameplay.
Awesome.
Ooh, okay.
You see the world that is red. Now what's the forecast? And this is what it's like to be known as dead. Your eyes, you see the world that is red. Now what's the forecast? And this is what it's like to be known as dead. Your eyes, you see the world that is red. Now what's the forecast? And this is what it's like to be known as.
Like, just with that small peek right there. So,
Beautiful.
due to research, it is being said that you will need at least 150 hours of gameplay to complete the game 100%. We will, as wizarding gamers, have to do 4 different storylines to complete the game, because every house has its own set of every house has its own set of side missions and quest, different in variation to their house. So that's something
That
that
makes
is
sense.
actually I'm looking forward to. So it gives me the opportunity to play myself in each house.
Yeah, her
That
like
makes sense though,
the main
because
the main
when you come
storyline
into
will be good.
Hogwarts, you come in as a first year, then second year.
We're a special fifth year because we have a dormant power they say inside of us that's
Okay.
special.
Yeah, so
So that's
technically the
actually gonna be
storyline is a
dope.
5th-year transfer from the American magical schools.
Which is
Okay.
yes,
So technically
the biggest.
we're coming from the mystical beast universe into Hogwarts.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Fantastic
Yeah,
Beasts into
if
Hogwarts.
you didn't know, if you
Okay.
didn't know, babe, it's a I think roughly 100 years before Harry Potter and them started.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
this game,
are we in Fantastic Beast time, or are we
yeah,
before or after Fantastic Beast time?
Before.
it's before the Fantastic Beast time, but the
Before, because
game
I'm
also.
assuming Dumbledore's not the principal of Hogwarts at this time.
No, he's not. All the teachers are going to
Okay.
be descendants from because it's not officially like Harry Potter, babe, but it got characters to reference them. So since it's years in the past, it's going to be like ancestors of characters
Yeah.
we love.
Right.
And with that, it also shows us more aspects of broader Harry Potter worlds, meaning that like different schools, like schools in Russia, as you can see, the America where we getting transfers from.
Yeah.
So also find out that the Russia school is, I mean, the school in Africa is
Oh.
the biggest school out of all the schools.
Yeah.
So that's a little fun fact that I learned from the trailer. You're gonna learn stuff like that throughout the game to
Okay.
broaden your Harry Potter experience. Crazy.
All
It's
right, so
beautiful.
now we're gonna move into the milk and cookies of this,
Looking
why I put this panel together. So the biggest piece of controversy around this game is literally the LGBT community. I believe at this point they've collected 1 million plus signatures to
A
try to
million?
cancel in a petition to try to cancel Hogwarts Legacy due to the simple fact that they do not want J.K. Rowling to receive royalties or profits from the game due to her prior history, supporting anti-trans organizations and stuff like that. So that's like the biggest piece of controversy running behind the game right now. And I did voice my opinion on TikTok. I made a TikTok about 2 days ago. It's been picking up some traction itself. I was even a streamer now that I'm a Twitch affiliate. It kind of made my head go in a lot of different directions due to the simple fact that they are also aiming towards trying to cancel big time streamers and maybe even little streamers for supporting this game and streaming it. So as a gamer and a streamer, it kind of like put up a lot of red flags, a lot of worries. Do I have to watch out for the LGBT gaming community? Will anyone feel offended that I'm just taking place in an experience that I'm with something that I'm passionate about? So I voiced my opinion, and I just literally said that I will not allow for this piece of controversy to affect my judgment on the game and the passion that I have for the wizarding world. So Saida and Greg, as gamer and non-gamer, how would you guys go about with this controversy? Will it sway you or make you look at the game differently? If you was in a position where, I know all of us have friends that are part of the LGBT community.
I mean, me, I'll get off it real fast. I respect everybody's opinion, as I said before. Everybody's entitled to protest and feel how they feel when it comes to their perspective in life. I respect all that. Just like this to me is still somebody's craft. I know I said it before. I don't want to be person to change their opinion, but it's somebody's craft, and I don't feel like people should take it personally, even though they're entitled to if they choose to. But again, this is for kids, and not to say like J.K. Rowling's story, but me from knowing her story, a lady who was homeless in her car, had a dream, had an idea, used it to get herself in the position she's in now. I feel like if the developers and the people who came up with the idea of this game want to share their excuse me, their earnings with her, they're entitled to. Because that's basically what America is: freedom of doing what you want to do with what you earn. So she is the inspiration to many people, kids of all ages, not just people of a certain branch. It's all over. So I mean, you can have a million votes to me, but there's a billion people in the world, and over 100 million people who support J.K. Rowling and what she brought to us. So Harry Potter, the game Hogwarts Legacy is already the most brought stream game. It has it came out already. Can't take that away. It most likely will be the game of the year. It's something we all been waiting for. It most likely will.
Yeah.
I'm a good gamer, even though it came out early. Most likely will. Even I'm a Pokemon head, but just what we've been waiting for 7 years, and what we've been waiting for at 15 years as Harry Potter fans to have this shit brought to life. I think the power it has can't be taken away by what anybody can do.
Yeah.
They can try all they want, not to make it like a threat or anything like that. Like I said, people is entitled to do everything they want. The many people that sign those petitions, you're granted to do it. It's all in your right, but there's more wizards out there. So if you go by that, I can't wait till February 10th. Also February 7th for the deluxe edition. For those who have the deluxe edition, to get my wizarding on.
Yes, the deluxe edition goes live February 7th. The hard copies are being sold on the 10th. And
I heard GameStop might be releasing them at 9 p.m.
the day before, like a midnight release. That's lit.
For, yeah, the 72 hours for the deluxe edition pre-orders.
All right. So just to add on to what you were saying, I don't feel like the controversy is that the creators of Hogwarts Legacy want to share funds, I feel like it's a legal requirement that she has to receive royalties from the game, because like you said earlier, the game's concept is around her craft, her idea, the world that she crafted. And I did read that the LGBTQ community is feeling like she shouldn't receive any of those royalties due to her personal beliefs, and that those funds should be aimed towards to support the LGBTQ community, including specifically the trans community. And I just feel like it's not fair. You know, she put in the work in the years to develop this magical world, and if that's her idea, and legally she deserves a piece of the pie, she should get that. Um, but on that note, I did also do my research, and it was because of this controversy that they went back into the game and added trans identification features for the custom character build, where you can pair female voices to male characters and male voices to female characters to give a place for the trans community to feel welcomed in creating their own characters.
Yeah, with that, I'll be a little bit touchy on it because I don't mean to cut you off. Only because see, this is my gamer in me. Shout out to the community and everything. But it's always been like that in gaming. Like for me being an RPG player, it's been time I don't want to make a guy who look like me. I have girl characters, and I'm a guy. It takes it's the fantasy world of what I choose to live in. When it comes to fighting games, I know I know people that play with only girl characters because they feel like they're better, and he's a guy, so I feel like when it comes to just video games, there's no gender, there's no gray. It should be a gray area that you can't take anything personal because it's an open world for us to do as we please. Like it's been represented in video games all the time, and in that way, in the way where I can make I'm a male, and when I play Skyrim, I get the option to be female or male of any race.
Yeah.
It doesn't lock me into doing that. It gives me that
Right.
option freely, period. Voice command and everything. So that's what I mean for them trying to take this away from J.K. Rowling and enlighten that as if that wasn't be that type of game style wasn't being done or represented in games. Yeah, it's not fair. Cause all it's false advertisement to me. Cause it has been represented, and they haven't been taking any fees from anybody else. Skyrim was Game of the Year. They didn't ask for no fees from there because it's being represented. So I don't know. I don't see this really. I don't really see what J.K. Rowling done wrong to even to make them feel like they granted to that. But that's just me.
What about you, Sai?
Um, um, it might sound a little messed up, but I feel like you're being a little bit ridiculous. A little bit, just a little bit. I
Uh,
understand, like where they're coming from, and that her personal views and the things that she's chosen to do and the organizations that she's chosen to support. That is her personal choice. Like J.K. Rowling, the person.
Her personal views and beliefs.
Yes, that is J.K. Rowling, the person, the woman. You know, not Harry Potter, the franchise, the characters, all that. I mean, Dumbledore's gay.
yep.
I said that on my TikTok. I said it on my
Dumbledore is definitely
TikTok.
gay. And
And
Snape.
how many? And I mean, there's a couple characters that are a little sus.
And we
You
love
know,
him.
we're not blind. No one's blind here. A couple characters who are sus and
I didn't
stuff.
say I don't see
But
where
you
they're
have
not
to
represented.
again, you have to compartmentalize, separate the two things. Yes, some of the things that she's chosen to do or may not have been the best, and not everybody agrees with. But don't try to take something from the whole world, basically, because of the views and actions of one person. Like, I don't think that's fair.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion.
Now,
That
you as a
those two things,
non-gamer,
those two things don't go together to me.
But you as a non-gamer, do you feel like it's a little bit of a reach just because we are talking about a fictional world? You know, I understand if it was more of like a biopic or something that was more close to home that can relate to the human being, but we're talking about a fictional world, a fictional concept, and that's why me as an individual can't understand why they're trying to personalize it or try to like make it so vulgar. Like everything, every piece of art that we see right now has always referenced something that was realistic. You can clearly see when watching the Harry Potter movies and reading the books that Voldemort was inspired by a character like Hitler. He's literally the magical Hitler. So it's just like I don't.
Maybe, but like I said before, it's a reference. Like Voldemort is not Hitler; it is a reference.
Yeah.
Reality references fantasy. Fantasy references reality. We can't, as creative people, you cannot come up with these things without looking at the world around you. Like you look at the world around you, and a lot of people create these stories from just what they wish was their reality.
Yeah,
Because
because
maybe their reality is so chaotic that they just come up with this concept and this world in their mind and put it on paper. And for some people, it turns into Harry Potter, or it turns into Star Wars, or it turns into whatever.
So do you feel like fiction should not be personalized?
it can be whatever it wants.
It will always be personalized, but you can't. I don't even have the right words.
Yeah, 'cause it's not about personalized. It's not about anything like that. It's fiction or any story or anything is made from a concept of some nonfiction of some reality.
Yeah, Jigs
So it's
just
not
said that
what
in
it
the
is.
chat. Joko said all
Yeah,
fiction is based on some fact.
that's my
Exactly.
that's my yay. So like
Right.
so like that's why I spoke in the beginning saying everybody's entitled to their opinion and feel what they feel because it's all a
Absolutely.
perspective of how you take the story. Like for example, when you go Voldemort is like Hitler, I don't see Voldemort in any way resembling Hitler because my perspective is being a kid from the Bronx in New York, and while going into knowing J.K. Rowling backstory or where she come from or where she could it could even come from. Hitler to me, I mean, Voldemort to me is just the bad guy in the story. Simple as that. The way Lex Luthor is to Superman, the way Joker is to Batman, Voldemort is the bad guy in Harry Potter. That's what I mean by like this perspective. But when you could get people that dive deep more into her life, where she come from, her nationality, her origin, you can put together where pieces could come from her life being from like over there. I don't know the country she's from, so I don't want to get it crazy. But I got the book. I think it's from. I'll
Okay.
figure it out. But you know what I mean. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's granted. It just all like you said. These stories are made for our imagination. Everybody's right.
Right.
You can make Voldemort be the president and Harry Potter be the guy trying to take Congress. You can make it make sense because it's your world. And that's what's awesome about the world of Harry
Okay.
Potter.
Right. And
I
what you were saying, Kurobe, also like she has a legal right. There's a legality to it. She has a legal right. Ask, like, I don't know exactly who the community in the LGBTQI community is doing all these things, but I'm pretty sure if they made this, right, whatever it was, if they made something and it blew up and someone else took something from that
they would want a
and
percentage of it. Yeah.
profited, oh well, I need my coin, honey, or whatever they mean, because that's how I feel. If I made something like Harry Potter, and of course people will make other things from it. There's a lot of fan fiction. There's a lot of fan art. There's a lot of I have a million fucking pops in my room. There's a lot of things that people will come from it, but from this being my idea, I created this. If you're gonna profit from it and whatever you came up with, I deserve my cut because that's mine.
Yeah.
You make whatever you want to make from it with the product that you made. I make this and you made this. Cool. You make all the money from this that you want, but this came from this.
Facts.
So I need my share. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Facts. I
Yeah.
respect that. I
Yeah,
respect
what she
that.
doing?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
That's what it
saying.
is. The people are trying
Because
to give is give for her.
people have all the copyright laws and all
Then
this
I
other
understand it
stuff.
because even if you're moving into something as simple as this, you a company, you want to make money, you take my reference. Even Funko giving her a cut. You know what I'm saying? Any concept that comes from Harry Potter, she gets coins from. So she has a legal right to, and for that, that's why I'm just like she has the right of passage. She has the right of passage. I understand that everybody's entitled to their feelings, but this is just an experience that can open a lot of gates to a lot of people, like we said earlier.
Of course.
So on that note, gang, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for joining me, Saida, Greg, Bro Tachi. This is dope. We will be doing this again. After the game comes out, right? So you could possibly get an inside look into it when you play it with Greg. So to lead the people out, everybody raise your wand.
I'll say my outro.
So, hold on 1 second, I got mine.
Oh, hold on. I'll switch to my master wand. My bad.
Let me take my Ollivanders out.
Yeah. Stop flexing, so I'm gonna make it to Ollivanders one day. Don't stop flexing. All right.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh,
Raise
no,
your
so
wand.
can I just add one more side note?
What happened?
Just let us live, okay? Let us live. Like Botachi said, this is something that means something to people, okay?
Yeah.
I love Harry Potter. I cannot tell you how many hundreds of dollars I have fucking spent on merchandise and pops and book bags and purses and socks. I don't give a fuck. I have everything because I love it. Because I love it. I love it. Me and Botachi, we went to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Did I ever tell you?
All right, story time after the stream. We got 5 minutes left on Zoom. Yeah, but yeah, tell me about that when we're done. So raise your wand.
No, sorry. Long story short, I stood out in the winter in March for 7 hours to get tickets for me and Brotachi for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child because I love it that much. That's how much Harry Potter means to us. So let me have this. Shut the fuck up.
And so on that note, everybody raise their wand. And let me get a strong Specto Patronum for when we leave the stream. So 1, 2, 3. Expecto Patronum!
Patronum.
And we're gonna tune in with you guys after the game comes out on March 7th and 10th. We're gonna give ourselves about 3-4 days of gameplay, and then we're gonna come back and give you guys our reactions and our looks on the Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy game. So thank you guys for tuning in. Brotachi, thank you for coming on. Saida, thank you for coming on. I love you guys, and we're gonna catch you guys later. 1.
Hey.